The future star was born on August 29, 1915 in Stockholm, Sweden, as the third child in the Lutheran family of the owner of a photo shop. The older children died in infancy. Ingrid lost her mother at the age of 3. The father, who doted on his daughter, often photographed her, instilled an interest in art. Entering the theatre for the first time at the age of 11, an enthusiastic Ingrid told him, "Daddy, Daddy, this is exactly what I want to do." The loss of his father at the age of 14 was a double whammy and a terrible loss for the child. 6 months later, her aunt, who took care of her niece, died. Ingrid moved in with her uncle, who had 5 children. The loss of loved ones at such a young age affected the character of Ingrid. She grew up shy and withdrawn. After graduating from school, the young beauty entered the academy at the Royal Dramatic Theatre in Stockholm. Soon feeling that she was not interested in the theatre, Ingrid left her studies for the sake of a film career. Having starred in a dozen Swedish films, the actress received an invitation from producer David Selznick to Hollywood to shoot the film Intermezzo in 1939. The producer, who first saw the girl not on the screen, was horrified by her accent, tall stature and thick eyebrows. He also insisted on changing his first and last name. Having received a sharp refusal to change anything, he resigned himself. And it was these features that became the trademark of the actress in the future. Ingrid agreed only to an English tutor, with whom a lifelong friendship began. After filming ended, Bergman returned to Sweden with her dentist husband, whom she had married in the early 30s, and her daughter, born in 1938. At the beginning of World War II, Ingrid and her daughter left Sweden and returned to the United States. Bergman continued to act in films. Her roles were warmly received by critics. To improve acting skills, she entered the school of Mikhail Chekhov. She became famous for her role in the film, later included in the list of the 100 best American tapes of the century, Casablanca in 1942. The film, which received 3 Oscars, but which the actress herself did not really like, brought her fame and love of the audience. Bergman became a star. In 1942, Bergman received her first Oscar nomination for her role in For Whom the Bell Tolls, an adaptation of Ernest Hemingway's brilliant novel. The author insisted that it was Ingrid who took part in the filming and defended her candidacy. The actress received the coveted Oscar for the Best Actress in the film Gaslight in 1945. The next few years brought roles in such notable films as St. Mary's Bells, Arc de Triomphe, Joan of Arc, Notorious, and 2 more Oscar nominations. While her film biography was replenished with new roles, and her popularity grew, her relationship with her husband, dentist Peter Lindström, became cooler and more difficult. Ingrid asked her husband for a divorce, but did not dare to. Impressed by the work of director Roberto Rossellini in the film Rome, Open City, the actress offered him cooperation. Rossellini invited the Hollywood star to Italy. In 1949, she flew away to shoot and never returned to her husband. A stormy romance with a brilliant director caused a scandal, inflated by the press. For several years, Bergman and Rossellini's work was boycotted by audiences and critics. Finally, her husband gave her a divorce, but Ingrid was able to see her daughter Pia Lindström only 8 years later. Ingrid married Rossellini. 3 children were born. However, insane jealousy and Rossellini's wife's ban on working with other directors led to the end of the marriage. After her divorce from Rossellini, she played in the film Anastasia. The role of a woman who claimed to be the daughter of the last Russian emperor brought Bergman a second Oscar. In 1958, Ingrid married for the 3rd time, to Swedish producer Lars Schmidt. They broke up after 17 years because of his infidelity. In 1974, the legendary actress received the 3rd Academy of Motion Picture Arts Award for her work in the film Murder on the Orient Express. The last big work in the cinema was the film Autumn Sonata, nominated for an Oscar in 1978. Bergman ended her career with a TV movie about Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir. August 29, 1982, on her birthday, the great Ingrid Bergman, after losing a 9-year battle with cancer, died. The brilliant actress was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for her contribution to the development of the film industry. One of the most beautiful varieties of roses is named in her honor.